poppy. Kinkos, I see they tryna copy. Diamonds in the chains, bust down wrists. And you ain't never seen no like this. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop, whole game in the chokehold. Chillax, 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 chillax. Chillax, 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 chillax. Chillax, 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 chillax.
Okay, Coach, football, of course, back in L.A. and back at StubHub Center in Carson, California. Today, it's a matchup in the AFC West between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Los Angeles Chargers. Two one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Now here. Here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On first down, he'll drop to throw. It's complete right side to Benjamin. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're marching off another 15 against your squad.
Following the penalty, here's Gordon. And a short gain down to about the 33. The linebacker, Anthony Hitchens, there on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they were hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Looking to throw. Flushed out right. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. Touchdown, Allen! Keenan Allen, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it. Get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Sturgis adds the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A first carry for Amir Abdullah. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. And Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Joey Bosa in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And this one will be brought back to the 22. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers of reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's got his tight end complete. It's Green. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. Now, the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll drop to throw. Going underneath for Gordon. It's a 1st down and more for Gordon. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season opener opponent. And they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a
story.
Long night.
Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
They'll give it to him up the middle. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
From the 3 now, here they come on 3rd and goal.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal.
Now, this feels like old-school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense, what do you do now? Do you decide to run it or throw it if you go for it on 4th down?
So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. So it's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit. But having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And they begin the drive with Abdullah. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin as the Chiefs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out. Snap coming at 1, and it's Mahomes. Eluding the crowd, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Corey Legion in there to drop him for a loss on the play.
So what's the word I'm looking for here about how this drive just started?
Disjointed?
I'll go with that one. I mean, think about it. First down, took a bad loss on a running play. Take the sack on 2nd down. Now they got to come up with something big here on 3rd.
Mahomes now to throw. He's going to air one out. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett, and they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now a handoff. This is Gordon. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
They go back to Gordon here on first down. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
They'll look to throw here. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
On play action, they'll throw. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to fourth down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he could scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Left, 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 left.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. His throw incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended target, and it's second down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. That one goes for 24 yards.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
I like the look that they just showed there. When you come out in a passing formation, spread things out a little bit, makes it really hard to cover the middle of the field, doesn't it? Because you've got to go out to the perimeter and cover those guys.
Yep, exactly. And got some good blocking, too. Helped him pick up the first. Sliding out of the pocket. Room here to run. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. So 1:56 to play in this first half. We'll come back to Southern California after this. Mahomes to throw on second down. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Mahomes going to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Bird. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
The Chiefs on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll run here. Abdullah. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Obviously, the offense thought they had something going by trying to go wide on a short yardage play. But how about the defense expecting something in the middle and still able to adjust and sprint to the edge and make the play?
And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. And the kick by Butker is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And the Chargers coming out on the field now. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he powers his way up past the 30. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now the handoff comes to Gordon. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. The Chargers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
We got three, fellas, we got three.
They run it here with Gordon. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Here's Drew Kaiser now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. On the NFL scoreboard, an update from up in Seattle. And that one a 2-touchdown advantage now for the Seahawks. I would definitely imagine we'll hear more from that game as we go along. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Second half starts with a run by Abdullah. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. The Chiefs on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. To throw, it's Mahomes. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. From midfield, here's Mahomes. He goes underneath to Abdullah. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be second down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Now Mahomes. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Mahomes now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now it's Mahomes again. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jaleel Adai. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10. They'll try and get the ground game going. Here's Gordon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Back to throw. This is Gordon on the dump off. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now Gordon on 1st down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
Here's Drew Kaiser now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And now here comes Kansas City. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. Being chased out left. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a 1st down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. On second down, it's Jones. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. They only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Joey Bosa in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Returning, it's Benjamin. Nice move at the 40. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Around the NFL, 3rd quarter now up in Seattle. Now you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They're going to look to throw. And caught. Right side, Green. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. And a short gain down to about the 33. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And he gets it down to the 32. They'll give him a yard on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw. And it's complete. Henry. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Big hook up there. Forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Back to the ground now with Gordon. And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he takes this down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. It's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Over! Detroit!
1st and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now a 20th carry, number 20 here for Melvin Gordon. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Melvin Gordon, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. Sturgis for the extra point, and the lead is now 17-3. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. Tyreek Hill on the return. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Melvin Ingram in there to get him for a loss of 5.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They're going deep for Hill. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Trevor Williams with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Though that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Gordon. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. It's a pickup of 3, and we have now arrived at the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Gun! 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 Gun!
They'll set up to throw. Going underneath for Gordon. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
All right, just go ahead and say it with me. That was a
mistake,
yes,
for sure.
Without a doubt, because at some point, put your foot in the ground, get upfield, and get down protecting the ball. Don't go out of bounds, because when you go out of bounds, you're really just helping the defense.
Yeah, not to be too hyperbolic, but it's like giving the D an extra timeout, isn't it?
It certainly is. Gives them a chance to regroup, and it means you have to snap the ball an additional time, which always means the possibility of a mistake. I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs, but the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. This is taken at about the 14. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. And now whistles and a flag. And I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game. And they reacted poorly on that one.
Now a chance to make that encroachment penalty really hurt. 1st and 5. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That goes for a Chiefs 1st down, 14 yards.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Casey Hayward. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And he'll work his way forward up to the 22. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Here's Gordon. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. The Chargers on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 7.
Detroit!
Back to throw here. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. Allen, the intended receiver. That's now a 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? He's having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City 1st down. Well, as always, partner, an extreme pleasure to share a booth with you. I have to say,